What's up? Welcome back to the Universal Action Rabbit introductory screencast series. In this video, we're going to be going over creating a class calendar, one of the kings or queens of the tools that we have. I'm going to click class calendar. Or say example calendar for vid. Okay, I'm going to create that tool. It's going to fire this open. You can choose as many locations as you want or as few. I'm just going to choose one. And I'm going to say list by category 1 no map. So that's the name of the class in the calendar view. I'm going to save this. Okay. And then, the beautiful thing about the class calendars is all the configurations. We can enable normal, custom, filters or multi-student filters. But first, let's just get into the preferences. So one of the cool things about this is you can turn your ongoing weekly calendar into a 7-day future snapshot by clicking use current day as the first day, right? If I take that away, today's Friday for me right now, the day that I'm doing this. And so it's going to show me from today on out for the next 7 days. You don't have to show all the days of the week. You can omit a day if you happen to be closed. But it's just going to show you the days from here to what appear to be out to the future. Okay. Instead of making it appear like, hey, these days are already in the past, it's going to show you them in the future. And now what makes this even more compelling to a lot of users is you can click show date on the header. And it's going to then show you that this is today's date. This is the following date. And so what you're getting here is an outlook that legitimately looks like the next 7 days. So that's kind of a convention that I've come to learn that a lot of parents, guardians, and users really enjoy. I'm going to opt to use 12-hour format because I'm in North America. That's what makes sense for me. And then I'm going to also include waitlist and full buttons. That way I can hide classes that are waitlisted and classes that are full. I like to include the duration. I like to show the instructor information as well. Some people don't want to show the instructors because they want to space enrollment out over classes without being favorable to any specific instructors. Let's say you get a new instructor at your school, you also want to fill their classes up. So there's pros and cons for users and admins about why you may or may not do this. It's completely up to you, but the flexibility is yours. I like showing spaces. If you have enormous classes, maybe you don't want to show those. But we're going to say per month, which is how we do our tuition. And then we're going to take this off of the main time box, and it's just going to be a time. Okay. And actually, let me do this. Let's save this. And days. So we're not open on Sunday, so I'm going to remove that. Okay. And for filters, let's turn on location. Our category 1 is program type. Some people might say activity type if you have a diverse youth sports activity center or some other type of activity center. And this is going to be level for us. I'm going to enable common filters. I'm going to save this, and this is what our common filters look like. Did I say location? Hold on a second. I did say location. This is just a single location. I'm going to turn that off. So it's going to give me program types. One of the beautiful things is it's only going to give me program types that are valid for the location in the location or locations plural, which I've selected here. And then it's only going to give me valid levels for the locations here as well. And these will allow you to pick multiple. If I just want to look at gymnastics and ninja here, and I want rising ninja and intermediate gymnastics, it's going to show me Rising Ninja and Intermediate Gymnastics. So if I were to have included in my configuration preferences, what is the option? Expanded time box by default. Okay, it's going to give me this, right? It's going to show these open by default. Instead of just showing the time, it's going to show these open. Now, one of the cool things about this new version is it's going to give me the days of the week. Okay, so if I am listing a class here that meets multiple days out of the week, right? Let's say this is a Tuesday, Thursday class, right? And we're calling it, I don't know, maybe this is like advanced gymnastics, and we meet multiple times for multiple hours throughout the week. If I just show them Saturday at 11 a.m., do you think that in this version they're going to know that it also meets on Wednesday at 4 p.m.? Probably not, right? By having this open, they're going to be able to see, hey, this is a Tuesday, Thursday, or a Wednesday, Friday, or a Monday, Wednesday class. So they know it doesn't just meet on that individual day, right? So you can enjoy the benefits of this type of rendering, this type of view for your users without worrying that they're not going to understand that this class actually meets twice in the week, okay? And so they're going to know that right off the bat just by seeing this here. And so if you wanted to just show that, right? So let's see, I don't have to show the title. I definitely want to show the weekdays. Let's say we're not going to show the duration. And we don't have to say the word tuition. We could just have that be, cost, something like that. And then we're going to remove the instructors. Okay? So it's a totally reasonable way to render this out. Okay? And so I'm just going to go ahead and save this. I'm going to get script. I would then copy this script out here, and I would include that into whichever web platform I wanted to include that in. And it's going to give you kind of this general calendar. It's not going to filter all this stuff out for you. So you would need to specify if there was something specific, like let's say you're on a page on your website where it's just Ninja, okay? You could have just Ninja classes here. If that were the case, most likely you're going to want to include the name. So you're going to show the title here. We're going to save that, and then for the name, we're going to say category 2. I don't have that mapped, so I'm just going to say category 2, and then it's going to give us base ninjas, little ninjas, preschool ninjas, rising ninjas, are different variations of ninjas. And if we come in here, it's only going to have ninja, and it's only going to have our ninja options because we've scoped the tool down to just that category. All right. And let's say we had a page on our website where we had furthermore, it was rising ninjas. Okay. So this is only going to give us rising ninjas. I mean, I suppose at this point, it's kind of doesn't really make any sense to include these filters. So you could go in here, configure filters, and you could take that off. You might do a class size filter, or a day filter, but I mean, at this point, or even an age filter. But at this point, I mean, it's going to be pretty obvious here. And if I wanted to configure preferences with ages, I could show the ages here, okay? So it says 9 to 11 here. If an age wasn't included, it's not going to be in here. So it looks like this is the only class where the Jackrabbit age is actually set in association with the class. But that's a couple different ways you can use the filters. The class calendar, and the filters associated with them. And I mean, again, this is 100% customizable. I mean, you can change the buttons, you can change the labels, you can change the label colors, you can change the backgrounds to match your brand, etc., etc. Yep. And any questions? Open a support ticket. We're sure you're gonna love it. This tool's come a real long way, and let us know what you think.